Hey, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, when he give a double honors to the apostles. To the apostles of great millstones, taught me this truth, when he give a peace and blessings to the Akim. Across the four corners of the earth will teach this truth and risk like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video is edifying. Lord, when Akim gets in front of this video. Quick video through the Spirit. Get a couple precepts here in Acts, the 2nd chapter. Basically, going into prophecy. And that's what we're supposed to do, us knowing the secrets of the scriptures. And indeed, it is a secret because it's not given to most. It's not given to the majority of the world. It's only given to, the elect, okay, of the Lord, right? And Lord willing, I be one of those men. And Lord willing, I maintain to the end, because the elect will maintain to the end. You have men that understood this truth, right, for years, and then, just, fell out or decided they didn't want to do it no more or whatever, man. Ultimately, the spirit was took, and that's a scary thing, So Lord willing, I get to, keep pushing this truth into the end, until I'm delivered. Lord willing, I'll be one of those men. Hebrews 10:31 scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, okay? And we got to remember that, right? As we, bear our cross daily, as we work on, adding more attributes to the new man, and putting off the old man, in his deeds, just like the scriptures say. Okay? Yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but at the end of the day, it is worth it. And the reason why it's worth it is because your life depends on it. Okay? And your family's life depends on it. And a lot of these people, don't understand that. Okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. This is Acts 2:17. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will pour out," it's like it says, "I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams." And you have men and women that had dreams. You look up videos about, the end times and the things that's going to approach. Because what you don't understand that, Jeremiah 30:7 talks about Jacob's trouble, talks about a day that has never been before, and it shouldn't be a day like it after. And these are the times, that is the time we want to be delivered from. See, the majority of the world, they don't see a benefit in praising and serving the Lord until danger's at the door. But when you go to places that have recent, troubles, like LA, right? I've heard people, like I saw this couple, right? I'm gonna spit my mouth a lot. I saw a couple. I think I talked about this in my last video, but I saw a couple on their Ring camera, right? The woman pulled up to the house. Her husband was inside the house, and she was like, "Hey, you need to come out here and see this." And he was like, "Okay, cool." So they both ran back outside the house, looked to the left, and boom, the top of the mountain was on fire, right? From the power lines, looked like it was on fire, right? And it was close to their house. And they went in the house, grabbed a couple things, some clothes and shit, running out with hampers and whatever else, probably some money, wherever else they ran out with, and got the fuck on, right? But before they left the house, he was like, "God, please save our house." But this motherfucker probably ain't said God all year. Until what? Until a peril happened, until danger happened, and that's an example of the state that the majority of the world is going to be in. Right? That's why, and that'll be the fulfillment of Proverbs, the 1st chapter. When the Lord said, "Well, I will laugh for your calamity, I will mock when your fear cometh. Okay? And all that shit is strategically planned, man. I seen a video of 3 fires starting. They had a satellite view or maybe a drone view or some shit. And it was 3 fires that started at the exact same time, bro. And and that shit just ran rampant all throughout, LA, the good part of LA. Right. LA big as fuck, man. We talking about, where that place was at, it was like next door to Malibu, just west of Calabasas, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, if you look at it on the map, right? And the guy was like, God, please save our house, right? But again, he don't worship the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? He probably scoffed. This is the same motherfucker probably scoff at videos, probably laugh that so-called black men, so-called Native American men, so-called Latino men are calling themselves Hebrew Israelites and proving it, right? He probably laughed at that, right? But guess what? When fear was at your fucking door, who would you call on? And he called on God. He don't know the name, of course, but he called on God, and that's the state that the majority of people are gonna be in. But motherfuckers don't want to get right or act right to a danger near, And that's the thing. Okay, this Acts 2:17, it says, "And this shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy." And that's what you have. You have like-minded men across the highway, across the four corners of the earth, on the highways and byways, teaching and preaching His truth, prophesying, right? And those who are doing it in truth and sincerity, prophesying the true things of the scriptures, not adding to it or taking away from it, not coming up with other doctrines, not using the truth to hustle or none of that. Those who are doing it in truth and sincerity, you have that across the four corners of the earth. Okay, let me go to Baruch 4. Let me get the last verse. This is Baruch 4:37. It says, "Lo, thy sons come." Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. So they came, it says, they come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, the scriptures, this truth, okay, is what joined us together, and which was prophesied that it was going to happen. That's why you got like-minded men across the four corners of the earth teaching and preaching His word, okay? It says, to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. Okay? And that's what you have. That's what you see before you. Let me get Baruch, the 2nd chapter, and let me jump down to, I saw that 30. It's 30. I saw that 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves." And indeed, we are in the land of our captivity, especially being here in America. Really, across the four corners of the earth, Jake is in captivity. But we understand that the main deliverance and the main showdown, as far as missiles' sake, is going to be here. Okay, and we need to be delivered between the 6th and the 7th trump. We got to be delivered up out of that, man. Lord willing. Okay, I'll be one of those men that says, "And shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear," right? So we have the mind has been opened to the truth, right? We can hear it. We can understand it, okay? "And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name," which the Father's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Not Jehovah, not God, not Jesus, okay? It says, "In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds." Now, let me ask you a question. Is all Israel doing that? No. All Israel isn't doing that, and all Israel is not going to do that, because 2/3 of Israel has to partake in the said perils, in the judgment to come. Okay, but who is doing this? The elect and the 1/3. Okay, which the elect is a part of the 1/3. It says, "In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before me, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished." Okay? So the Lord is going to increase us. When you go to Isaiah 60, it talks about basically, other nations serving us. Okay? Paying tribute. We serve other. Look, People talk about slavery and this, that, and blase, blase, right? But slavery has always been around. Like, it's always been around. When when you go to Isaiah 60 and you really start from the top, but you jump down to 10 and go down, that's pure enslavement for the other nations. Okay? Even Isaiah the second chapter. Isaiah 65, like it's a lot of scriptures that go into the heathens being captive under us, man. Okay? Being, Isaiah 14. Okay? It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land with that I have given them. Okay, which the land that was given unto us was the land of Israel. Right now, that land is being occupied by the heathen, which scriptures say that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. That's exactly who's dwelling in Ashdod. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 4. I'll close it out. This is Jeremiah 50 verse 4. It says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh their power. And that's what you have, both the southern and the northern kingdom coming together, seeking the Lord Yahweh, seeking his son, Yahweh Shai. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Okay, which obviously we're not in the second covenant, but once we're in the second covenant, we'll be made perfect. Okay, it says, my people have been lost sheep, their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, the habitations of justice, even the Lord Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. And which I could keep going, but it's another video for another time. Let me just to back that up, let me grab this real quick. Because, yeah, we were supposed to, scriptures talk about, us going to captivity if we went off, but you motherfuckers, y'all really showed your hatred towards us. Okay, this is Zechariah 1. I'm talking about you heathen. This is Jeremiah 1 and 15. Or Jeremiah, it's like Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Right? They helped forward the affliction. Right? They put their foot on our necks, man, and they continue to do it. It's things that they've done that we don't even know about, that's not broadcasted, that they know about. Okay, that they have to pay for, that the Lord know about. The scripture said the Lord's eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun, so beholding the ways of men. Okay, so the motherfuckers don't get away. Okay, 16, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Okay, but the Lord is what? He's going to redeem his men. He's going to redeem Israel. Right? He said, let me just grab it. It's a lot. I'm over here. I want to bash the scripture, man. It's Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. So that's what the Lord is choosing to have mercy on, not the rest of the heathen. Okay, not the heathen. Okay? It says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined unto them, or join with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, and these are the things to come. Okay, this is prophecy. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear, from the hard bondage wherein I was made to serve, and we served all the nations. Right? We've been in captivity after captivity after captivity after captivity after captivity, man. Even America, this is the last captivity, the American captivity. Right? So we serve these nations. We served them. But it's going to come a time where they're going to have to serve us, and that's only right. The Lord is a just power. Okay, and scriptures say that we are the apple of his eye. Israel is his favorite people. That's what we made the covenant with. And that's who the new covenant is going to be made with, not the heathen. Okay? Once we are under the new covenant, the heathen will be subject unto us. And they will be enslaved by us. They will be our slaves. And that's point blank, period. Okay? So with that, man, Lord, to be those edifying only I can got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash. I want to tell you brothers to keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.